Welcome to the future. A place where you can find anything you desire. If the burner gangs don't find you first. Where the fastest racers are artificial. And if you're human, you don't stand a chance. Star Circuit.
But I'm trying, Ringo. I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd.
What's up, everybody? I'm trying real hard to not to screw up the show. This is Art Bros. How you doing, Jeremy? What's up?
I'm doing good, guys. I'm the Colonel. How y'all doing? I've got my glasses on today because I got to give my eyes a rest. So.
When you say it like that, I just expect you to have a bucket of chicken with you, dude. Everybody, dude, on the other stream, I was on a stream with Leroy and Amanda, and they reminded me that's why we called you the Colonel, was because the whole bucket of the KFC bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a mustache that week or something?
I had one earlier, and
that's right.
It was gonna be yours. Like, guys, look at how lush his mustache is coming in over there.
Dude, it's literally.
Yeah.
I don't trim it any more than this, dude. This is because the rest of my beard is going gray. I'm slowly becoming a boomer. But yeah, if you don't know me, my name is Joe Catapano. Some people call me. This is Jeremy the Colonel, and yeah, this is Art Bros. So we're bros.
Yeah,
we're usually set.
We're bros, as much as a bros can be, I guess, without being real bros.
Correct.
Yeah.
So who's in the comments up here, dude? Who's up in comments right now?
We have got Anti-M Comics. Welcome, dude. And Infinity Comics. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. And D. Hauser, what's up? Yeah.
Dude, always good to see D. Hauser in here. I'm really liking the new green instead of the red. Something about that red.
I do too. Yeah.
Harsh.
You kicked it up a bit this episode, man.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say. But yeah, guys, go check out D. Hauser's Instagram. He is building up a comic series that looks awesome. Anti-M, screw off, dude.
Dude, I said that, I called him. This is college, Jeremy. Dude, this is the alternative universe where Jeremy graduated.
Yeah, I had a Superman mustache, before we went live, but I said no antics today. So
pull it off.
Yeah.
We could edit it in. If DC can do it, we can do it.
Anyway,
my girlfriend Sherry is here. Art Bros, not Sherry? Blood Bros. Clearly not Blood Bros. But yeah, good to have everybody. I was really thinking about maybe putting some music in the background today. How do you guys feel about music?
I've been doing it on my channel with the free music, just to kind of chill the vibe and stuff. Yeah. But the thing is when we do the trailer, it's you're gonna have to control that on your side, like turn it off. I feel
like it automatically mutes if I. Oh no, yeah. If you play it, I'll just stop it manually. If it's not a pre-recorded video, got you.
Yeah.
Good reminders, Jeremy.
See, the glasses make me seem smarter.
Dude, in fact, I'm actually wanting your opinion more often now. I wish someone else's.
At least you're wearing a shirt with sleeves. Why don't you show that?
That's right. That's a good one. So this is check this off. This is, if you guys know the great Andy Smith. I got the extra slim to show off my slightly physiqued body. First Man, go back. I think there's like 7 days left.
Cool. I didn't wear it, and I don't think I'm gonna because I'm gonna be collecting.
I haven't really seen this in live. Actually, let me see what this looks like.
This is the Starlight Cat shirt that comes with it, and it's awesome as hell. I really enjoyed it. It was a good comic, and I hope a lot of us got that Rex.
I think, dude, he's at over 150K. So with that kind of numbers, I feel like that's a lot of us without even having to check. NTM is saying if you play music, make sure it's some jazz to go along with the nursing home vibe Grandpa Jerry's going on. That was actually pretty good, NTM.
That I am.
Though we'll make it jazz lo-fi, you know.
Yeah, do some lo-fi stuff, man.
Right. I just need more time to do it. So in the meantime, let's bring up our guest of the week. We usually have guests, and a lot of times I maybe seen them around. In this case, I haven't seen the project first. I kind of met him in one of the groups, the infamous Twitter groups, and the first time I saw this guy, the first thing I saw was him like fighting a dude. And since I'm into martial arts, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And so that's kind of the rapport. I guess that's what you call rapport. So I'm glad to introduce Damian from New Take Media.
What's up, people?
What's going on? Good to have you. Yeah, so it's definitely interesting to see the first thing from it, like an introduction being like you in a fight. So first off, how long you been training?
I've been training since I was about, I would say, 11 years old. But, I kind of didn't get into really practical things. I was kind of just like learning from my friends because a lot of my friends did karate and stuff like that. So I learned from them, and then I kind of taught myself how to do a lot of things. But then eventually, I would say once I was around 15 to 16, that's when I started to actually really get into it and do more intensive martial arts, you should say.
Heck yeah. Sherry's bringing up I got a karate buddy. Ha ha ha. That's because I've been a little too hard on the vape pipe, if you know what I mean, and just eating snacks, That's what happens. Snacks.
What's up, Ginge? How you doing, man?
Yeah, shout out to Jen. She's got a Sunday show. Go check that out.
Yeah, go check out that. And as well, I believe Good Stuff Comics had an episode yesterday that they had man, I forget what the comedian's name is, but it's an amazing song. So go check out that video from last night at Good Stuff Comics. It was a good episode.
Dude, I always miss the late night stuff.
We missed you over there, Ginge. You need to get over there.
Let me ask this real quick. Let's to break the. Oh, we've already broken the ice. We already know you fight people.
Yeah.
So we literally have breaking
heads.
Yeah, breaking heads. So I was gonna say. Actually, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. You've broken my concentration as well. However, let's just say. I know you have a book, but how long have you been thinking about making comics or writing stories on the side? What have you been doing recently?
Essentially, I've been creating stories, I would say, since I was a kid, right? But I never really wrote them down to say, because I always was watching movies. I was always watching shows, playing video games. I read comics because my uncle had a ton of comics that I just kind of stole from his room and read. But so I grew up around this creative stuff, and I was always creating things. So once I hit around third grade ish, that's when I was like, I have friends that know how to do art. Let me tell them my ideas, because I can't draw anything. And then maybe they can draw it. And that's kind of how it started. And
dude, that reminds me of I don't know, like if you're this is kind of like a half weeb show. Because we're both like Jeremy is in love with Amano. Huh?
I said I've watched a few animes.
There you go. So you're definitely in the right crew then. But yeah, Jeremy loves Amano, right?
Yeah, Yoshitaka Amano, the concept artist for all the Final Fantasy, like the original ones at least, and it's a wild style. It looks totally adjacent to my style, but really like what he does.
He does. It's a little looser, but I don't know if you've seen Trent Kanuga's new concept art video, or one of the new ones, where he talks about Metal Gear Solid's concept art.
Yep.
It's just funny how he breaks it down, because he's like, this was not fly as concept art.
Right.
Today.
That style's reserved for those guys, because they've earned that position to draw like that and get away with it.
Right. It's so crazy that that's a thing. You wish you had that legacy, but anyway, it's a weeb show, and I was going to bring up was part of that weebness. So a lot of us enjoy things like anime and like this outlandish stuff. But if you know the show Bakuman, that whole show is literally manga artists, how they become. It's by the Death Note creators, but it's pretty much two guys in middle school trying to become comic artists. Anyway, that's what it reminded me of, because you like kind of coax somebody to draw for you.
Pretty much.
So that's how it goes. But I know there's no other way to do it. If Art Jedi jumps in here, he's also a young guy. I don't know how old are you? You want to say it?
Yeah, I'm 21 years old.
20. So you're not as young as Jedi, but Art Jedi's in high school still, and he's like trying to figure it out. So we're all trying to guide him in the right way. And I'm sure he's just got to find. It's hard to find collaborators. At first. So
talk to me.
All right. So there we go. I'll send you his tag on Twitter. So before we get too far into the weeds, even though we're moving pretty quickly today, usually we ramble on for a while. I know that caught in my throat there. Amano is amazing, big fan. Ginge, that's why we like you around here. So yeah, still haven't remembered what I was going to ask you before, but let's bring up your campaign, shall we?
Good stuff.
Awesome. So Grandpa, I think the first thing you think of when you read Grandpa, you think Jeremy, and the second thing you think of is, why is this relate to whatever this war-like scene we see on the front page? Maybe can you give us an elevator pitch for Grandpa?
All right. So it's very similar to what you see right there. Essentially, what Grandpa issue number 1 is going to be is a story about God's daughter, and she is battling the armies of hell for her planet, Arbiter. And this planet is filled with gods from various mythologies in their earliest stages, like Norse gods, Greek gods, etc. But I'm putting my own spin on these gods. I'm not just copying and pasting them and throwing them in. I'm taking the elements that make them who they are, and then I'm twisting it to be my own thing, essentially. And what's going to... Yeah. So she wants to... Davinia, God's daughter, wants to protect all of these beings on this planet. So she's fighting for this planet, but she's getting weaker as she's battling these endless hordes. As you see there, they're pretty fucking crazy looking. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on here, but...
No, you can. No, this is... we haven't done it yet. I don't think this... So far, do we curse very much on this show, Jeremy?
Very little, and
Okay.
it's Noah's fault.
It's really Noah's fault because he's young. But yeah, you have to get back to him for this. It says that war scenes give Jeremy flashbacks to WW2.
No.
I know. Don't like go in a rage. So it's cool that they. I really want to get into like what and why do these mythological kind of beings have planets? I don't know if it's like a Scientology thing, but yeah, I'm just wondering like what, or is that a Mormon thing? I don't know.
That's Mormon. Yeah, you shot left, but you meant right.
Well, whatever. Either way, it's close enough. But yeah, this is a really cool concept because I love stuff like this because I think Jeremy does too. What's most appealing about the concept for you so far, Jeremy?
The concept of like this idea, we get to actually see what a battle between heaven and hell would be, but also this concept of God's daughter, especially in today's politics, having a Messiah or a God's daughter kind of character is definitely attractive to a lot of the people. But it allows you to do things. You say this planet Arbiter, so there's even this concept that if other planets are there, would they have their own Bible, their own like my brain imagination just starts to pop with all these concepts of what this could be. So
cool. Yeah, I know your brain. Like Jeremy's very imaginative, and dude, Ginge coming at you too. Jeremy also done enough. But he's got 3 more.
Yeah, well, he heard what I said. That's good. Yeah,
he's great. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And great follow up. So maybe we can scroll down and see some more. What part did you take? You're the writer in this, right?
I am. I'm the writer. Yep.
Cool.
I write and I letter the comic. Yep.
Nice. How long has this story been running in your head? Did you figure this thing out years ago, or is it just something that came to you, or what's?
Yeah. So you remember how I told you in third grade I came up with ideas and stuff? Yeah, this is
Mm,
one of them. So,
whoa.
so I've been going with this thing since I was in third grade, and obviously back then it was 100 times different than what it is now.
Mhm.
But the
Right.
core of what it is still similar. And every day, essentially, the way it worked, right? So I started and I was just playing with Legos when I was a kid, and I would make these characters, and then I would make a story based on them. And
Mm.
that's where the character Grandpa came in. But I'll get into that. I'll get into that.
Okay.
Don't you
Okay.
worry. But anyway, so I made all these different stories every day, and at first I was like, oh, maybe this can be like a Family Guy comedy thing where it would be random episodes, because I wanted to make it a show at first. And then over time, as I learned more and more about writing and storytelling, and I obviously got different inspirations, I got even more into Spawn and stuff like that.
Mm.
The story started to change and shift, and it started to come together more up to a point where it is now, where I felt comfortable to get it started.
Are you secretly NTM, like in disguise? Are you like his twin or something? He loves Spawn too. What's up with dude? You kids and Spawn, bro.
I love them. I love them.
Nothing wrong with Spawn.
Yeah.
For
No,
some
no,
reason,
no.
I've never been a huge McFarlane fanatic, like many of the people around. But he's great. I just like I
Mhm.
feel like Spawn never did it for me. Maybe because I was a Catholic boy.
Uh,
Too
uh,
dark.
global frequency, Neff. He
Mm.
had that Mavericks piece I did, and he said I want it to look like Spawn issue 1. So the pose and everything is supposed to kind of imitate that issue cover.
Dude,
So
yeah. See, everybody loves
yeah,
Spawn, dude.
everybody
Love
loves
it. They
Spawn.
love it.
Everybody loves Spawn.
So yeah, this is a cool concept, and it's clearly been thought over many years.
Oh yeah.
And I know how it is. I think a lot of people do because Jeremy's story is built for many years since high school.
Mhm.
So you refine it, And anyway, so let's maybe you can give any insight on like what's influencing the book, and then maybe we can dive in deeper with like actually what the book is like telling or talking about. So like, what made you write a story about? Do you have like a religious background? Do you have like just a big imagination? What's going on with the heaven hell type of situation?
Yeah, so like I said, I would say this book is like if you took Lord of the Rings, mixed it with Spawn, and added some steampunk tech on it. Like that's essentially
Mm.
what it is. And the characters have. I mean, I made the log line in the pitch obviously a lot simpler so that people could just read it and already know what it is right off the bat. If you
Hmm.
check out the trailer, you can see instantly what the story's about. And that's the bare bones. That's the absolute bare bones. But I believe that characters are what form the plot of a story. They're what drive the story. Them and their beliefs are the most important part of the story. So, as you see, God's daughter, Davinia,
Hmm.
and later you'll see the shadow demon cowboy, Razorus, their beliefs are separate and they will conflict with each other. These characters have their own, personalities, their own depth. It's not just like a simple battle story either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe we should check out the trailer because I took a peek at it and it's pretty sweet. 24 Eyes is here, obviously hooting around. And yeah, let's check this thing out. Oops, dude, I love it because I love the like the I guess the I don't know the contrast between your title and like the subject matter because it's so like it's a little again weeby to me because like there's so many like animes that are like that you're like the subject matter is this one way and then the title's like throws you off a little bit but it's kind of catchy at the same time. Um, so that's what I get from it.
Yeah, my friend is super into anime, and that's kind of how I've been getting into it recently. He's shown me a ton of like I recently just watched Gurren Lagann and stuff like that. So my
Yes.
friend has been showing me a ton of different animes, and I noticed that. I noticed that similarity. I was like, they have the idea of contrasting titles with the tone of the book, which the tone of the book it is serious for the most part, like is shown here, but it does have dark humor in it mainly with the shadow demon cowboy guy named Razorus. He's going to bring a lot of the dark humor and the funny elements to it.
Cool. I know you bring up logline. Let me ask you a quick question. Because not many people use that. I know you said behind the scenes here that you're a screenwriter, did some screenwriting.
Yeah. So, I mean, my company, New Take Media, our goal is to create, we're going to be a full-fledged media company. So we're going to create films, comics, games. We're going to do all sorts of things related to media. And our number one goal, once we get enough, money and enough we're recognized enough. Our goal is to help other creators thrive and to help them bring their projects and their ideas to life. And
Okay.
yeah, that's our number one goal and our number one priority. And we want to be fair to the creators. I feel like a lot of companies, first of all, it's super hard to get into them. Number one.
Oh yeah.
Number two, there's a bias, an ego there, which I do not want to have at all with my company. And number three, it's sort of, even if they have you there, I feel like they don't allow your full creative vision all the time. With Marvel or DC or,
Well,
maybe Image, I would say Image does, but,
they
that's
might.
just my
I
opinion.
feel like the majority of the mainstream. It's getting slimmer and slimmer. Everywhere you look, most mainstream companies are going to really have that department of pretty much like the people that aren't creators, but they're looking out to make sure you're doing some sort of, I guess, diversity or things just to make sure you're hitting all the right check boxes. And that can never be great for things, but at the same time, I'm glad you're going to be one of those outposts, outliers that you can help other people. But yeah, I'm glad we can help you out too, because to really get the momentum going, it's actually pretty tough. Take it from me and Jeremy, it's tough to build. And I know I'm sure you know as well. It's tough to build.
Yeah, no, that's the stage we're in now. I'm trying to get this comic out to people. I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it looks awesome," but they never back it or anything.
It's tough because
tough.
it's tough because one, this is your first book, am I right?
Yep.
You're just a few days in it, so you're doing good. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, you're doing fine. So it's pretty interesting because first timers have a unique position of not only like showing something cool, but like kind of giving the impression that you're a trustworthy dude. And so the more face time you give, the better. People need that rapport because they want to be able to trust you. So it's almost half of that. Like even if your book is fantastic, we still know if you can deliver. You know what I mean? In the end. And so there's going to be a little skepticism there. I would say just stay strong, keep putting yourself out there as far as like talking about it. But, so.
Oh, and in terms of I feel like I didn't answer your question.
It's all good.
In terms of the screenwriting, that is actually what I started out with. Because I started out with, I've already made a couple short films on our New Take Media channel. But
nice. Do you have a website for that? Is that just New Take?
Yeah, it's right on YouTube. If you just search up New Take Media, you'll find it.
Okay.
But we made a few short films, and we have a new one that's currently in the works, which is secret, but should be coming out soon, and that one's going to be pretty awesome. But
these are live action?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just make sure.
Yeah. So we do a lot of short films like that, and I've written a lot of short films, but I've also written like several of my own screenplays. The unfortunate side of things is right now we don't have a high enough budget to make a lot of those. So I have to go back and then write my own contained stories that could just rely on 1 or 2 actors with 0 budget, and that's way more challenging.
For sure, but that's gonna, I think, spawn some creativity. I think if you use that for the creative side, you're gonna like kind of turn it around for yourself. I think you're getting some pretty good numbers for like you're like matching subscriber count, so that's really good. So like I'd suggest throw this link out there everywhere. If you don't have this on your Twitter,
I will.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, for us, everybody in the chat, go sub to New Take Media, I think, which is a really cool name as well.
Thank you.
But sometimes it doesn't have to be to get like your name out there. Sometimes you got to do some weird stuff. Maybe you just throwing out like some of your fight videos might even just like cause people to just be like, oh, what the hell is this? And I'll come check out the channel. People are weird about what they come and check out because like they don't want to invest a lot, and so that's why it's hard to get people to put their wallet, put their money where their mouth is. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's a good idea. I might do that.
So there's a book called Save the Cat, and I was wondering if you read that. That's why I was bringing up Logline. I haven't seen many people use that term outside of movies, obviously.
Yeah, it's just like my instinctual thing because that's what I started out with.
Right. But if you haven't read Save the Cat, it might be a good go-to for you.
Yeah, no, I haven't read that yet. Actually,
check it out. Yeah, they've got it's one of the best books. It's my claim to whatever fame I have with skills. Gingerton's number 50. Look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Ginge.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to hit sub while I was there. Damn it.
Dude, what are you thinking, man?
There we go. Watch me do it.
I'll head that way too, and sign up. So maybe you can you walk us through maybe one of your favorite pages? Can you direct us to one of the pages that you like the most out of the ones you're showing?
Easily, my favorite page is the top double page spread. The reason why is that thing right there. It's mainly because of the artwork. Like my artist, I was like, all right, Sterling, listen. We got to make this shit amazing. We got to make it the best thing you've ever seen in your life. Because when people open this book, I want them to be like, oh my God, Right. So no pressure, brand. No pressure. But that's what I did.
Yeah.
And especially with the high resolution photo, you can literally just zoom in on that thing like crazy. Like right here, because Indiegogo makes you compress the image, right. It's lower res. But you could just zoom in on that thing and there's so much detail in there. And that's why I love that page so much. And it perfectly encaptured what I wrote for that scene and what I wanted in that scene. So
yeah, I dig it because it's like the style he's got is what I would call painterly, and I put that into one of the posts because it's I wouldn't call it traditional comic art because it's a blend of colors and ink and paint and
it's illustration.
Right. It's illustration rather than like separating out inks versus I'm sure he does everything. He does all the roles, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Look,
he is a painter actually.
He has these creatures, reachers. You got like double headers. You got spiny thingies here. You got winged demons. You got balrogs in the back. You got flying monkeys.
Yeah, I like the one that
everything.
You go straight up. I like the tackle in air, the mid-air tackle. That one.
Yeah, this one up here.
Oh, that one to the right, actually.
The seraphim.
Wait, over here. My bad.
Yeah, that one. I like that one. I like that tackle.
Yeah.
Just feels like it's war at that point for some reason. Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of cool diagonals in this shot, so I dig it. Go for
keep going. No, my bad. Keep going. I'm still trying to track down what I'm looking for. But yeah.
Sweet. And I dig. I like the split because it does give this immediate war-like impression. So I think that's symbolic of like the story too. So I dig that.
Yep.
Here at Art Bros, we like to break down art.
Just so I can move past this, what I'm actually looking for is like dark etchings, like dark art etchings. I'm not looking for Goya specifically, but there's like specific dark fantasy art, stuff like that you can find these visions that they were having of like the angels of heaven, all synchronized or all circled around. Very religious iconography. Maybe that's why.
I feel like Raphael from the Renaissance had a couple of those.
Yeah, and
But,
those are some of
yeah.
the influences. I mean, I told him right off the bat, and he's great at this. I seen it in his artwork and his paintings before I even hired him. He's great at drawing.
Oh, Gustav Duer. That's it. Gustav Duer. I'm gonna pop that in there real quick. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
It's
to
all
interrupt.
good. It's all good. He's great at drawing mythological and biblical artwork, right?
Yeah,
And that's the main tone I wanted to get with this. And I feel like we achieved it pretty well.
Yeah, you did. You did. You did.
Was there a movie called Legion that was like
Yeah.
hell versus heaven?
Yeah,
kind of with that?
There was, yeah.
Paul Bettany.
I haven't seen that
With
movie in
Paul
a
Bettany.
while.
Yeah, me either. And so I think that's the first thing that it reminded me of. And then it reminded me of what's the new one with Neil Gaiman? Well, we don't want to bring up Neil Gaiman, but his HBO show Omens and something, Angels and Omens or something like that. Anyway, I watched some of that, and it's reminiscent of that a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Because there's a little bit of humor there, and the minute you mentioned humor, I was like, oh, maybe there will be something like that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Definitely
Yeah, there you
will
go.
be.
There's the name if anybody wants to look it up.
Yep.
Heck yeah. So yeah, I dig it. There's so much there that I want to like. Let's just say I want it to like. It's intriguing me to go look into more. I'm stoked for seeing more. Can we check out the perks, Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
Or-
Yes, sir. Yes, we can.
Hell
So
yeah.
at the top, we got a first perk.
So yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so do you want me to explain it to you?
yes. Before we go even farther, though, like I think you're maybe able to edit some things later on as you go. But I noticed on your perks that the images weren't maybe as descriptive as they could be, like the envelope and the PDF. You kind of get a chance to know what it means, but maybe consider putting words on it to help out.
It's a good idea. I should. I'll definitely do that.
Your call. Yeah. So yeah, what's bronze?
Okay, so bronze is essentially the bronze. Yeah, just buy it now. Go ahead. no, bronze is the digital thank you letter and the digital comic. So yeah, and all of these, the bronze, silver, platinum, gold, diamond, all that, they are one of the currencies of the comic. So it's just a little thing.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, and the next goal is it's all the things previous, but it's also the physical comic.
Okay. Another small little tip: I would make your silver the featured.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
it's
featured tier, something that you can actually set up in the back. It'll set on top of your feet on your tier list or your perk list, and that's the one that you think you want most people to get, but it's the best like deal for the people. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So this is the physical book plus the letter plus
Yep.
digital.
sweet, and that's a good price for a featured perk too.
Oh yeah, it costs a lot to make this stuff. So
For sure, man. Dude, 44-page
man.
book. It's not bad, man.
yeah,
That's good. All right, next one, gold.
gold.
This should be your featured one. I'm sorry.
That's honestly, I would think most people should get the gold. No joke. Like it's really, you get an inside look at the script. If you guys could click the reward so that they could like zoom in, maybe like click the image on it.
Yeah, maybe double click or just zoom.
Yeah, if you could like get in on that picture, because first of all, we got a sick bookmark here. If you can't see to the left, right to the left of the two variant
Oh,
covers.
sweet.
Yeah, I love that bookmark. I think he went nuts on it. I was like, this looks really good. And
It does. That'd be a cool wall scroll.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say, I don't want to say it again, but please put that on the campaign because we all want to see that. We all want to see that blown up. So try to get that on the campaign.
Right. And we also have a digital comic narration. I don't know if you guys know, I have another channel called Farcom 4 where I actually cover like a ton of the issues of Spawn. And I pretty much do comic narration. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it for this. Might as well. And then you get a pin as well. You can choose between the two variant covers, which I love the one on the right. That one's super badass. And then obviously you get free US shipping, and there are a lot of secret rewards in there.
So the way it works for you is the shipping's built into the price for the $65.
So yeah, so essentially I pay for the shipping when it comes.
So
to
when you go click through Indiegogo, you're not going to get you're just going to be zero shipping. when
Yep.
you actually go. So that's huge. Here, I hate to do this, but I would like if that's real, I would make that free shipping bigger on your image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just small little bits.
Just outline the United States that way, like with a stroke, a bright colored stroke or something. It'll bring their eye to it. Maybe make the free shipping image a little bit bigger, but yeah.
That's a huge thing. 'Cause most campaigns don't have that, and like when people see the number $65 and they see all this stuff, they're like, oh, I don't know if it's worth it. Don't know, but because they're thinking I'm going to have to pay shipping too. So that sells it for me. I'm like, oh, now I'm deducting $10 off the list. So it's really $55 is what you're really spending.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Pretty good deal.
Solid. You hear that, chat? Go check it out.
Platinum. Now this one, all the rewards they keep stacking, but this one has a phone profile picture on the bottom there.
Oh, nice.
It has a desktop wallpaper as well. There's just a ton of stuff in this reward as well. You know, like you're gonna get T-shirts, obviously, and you guys, there's a lot of options in there for when you choose the reward. It gives you multiple options that you can choose from, and yeah, there's a lot of secret rewards that you also get choices on. So
there's this little icon here that kind of tells me there's some music.
Oh, there might be. I was going to say that is actually a narration symbol.
Oh, okay.
But
I was going with the
no
audio.
spoilers.
But yeah. I got you. I know what you're talking about because I looked through the campaign earlier. But yeah, for sure. So that was the platinum tier.
Yeah.
And now the diamond.
I doubt anyone's gonna get this.
My diamond.
But if someone gets this, that'd be insane. Okay. So
my bad.
Dude, what are you doing?
No, it's all
I
good.
just misclicked.
It's all good. Yeah.
So with this is a crazy reward. Doubt anyone's gonna get it, but if there's some rich bastard out there who wants to get it, go ahead. That'd be great. But anyway, this has free worldwide shipping, and so obviously, so does the platinum. But this comes with a cup. It comes with a metal print. It comes with pretty much everything you would want. It comes with a poster of your choice. Like you can choose what you want the poster to be. You get a double page spread of you in the comic, like you in the Grandpa Omniverse that exists. You get a custom miniature statue. There's just an example of a dragon because there are dragons in this universe, but it's actually custom to you. Like you get a choice on whatever you want it to be. And obviously it comes with all the previous rewards and pins and everything else, all that good stuff.
Holy Jesus. This is a lot, man. I mean,
literally.
There's so much that I'm like, I feel like, again, this should be on the campaign somewhere bigger, just so because I don't think you're giving it a big enough shot for people to like consider it. But yeah,
there was a technique that I did for my game Indiegogo where I had all my perks that were there on the right, but I also took a huge chunk of my main page to kind of make, give those perks a little bit of space and stuff. So people could get an up close look at them. So as you go through your next 23 days and you're feeling like, I want to update some stuff, you might think about just adding a little section on the actual scroll with just bigger images of this stuff. Like this is what this is going to be.
Great idea.
Yeah. This is good. This stuff looks good.
Speaking of young artists that are up and coming, we got a comics mate himself. Dean's here. If you ever want some more art on your side there, Damian, I would check out Dean's art.
It. Trust me.
That diamond one.
This is a lot of cool stuff, man. Like all my advice is pretty much show us more. That's pretty much like all my advice here.
So why don't you go through your stretch goals with us a bit?
Okay, so my
sorry, Joe, if I wasn't.
No worries. I'm just.
My bad.
He's got steep stretch goals. This is.
I know.
Like,
it's kind of the interesting thing about it, this campaign that I saw. So go through it.
So, obviously, like I said, I want to build this company for you creators out there and for everyone else. I mean, everyone complains nowadays about mainstream comics and all this different stuff. I'm like, well, you know what? If you help me build this up, that won't be an issue. I'm just saying. But no, But no, so we have large stretch goals here, obviously. So the $10,000 one, you get two exclusive phone wallpapers. 20,000, you get 2 desktop wallpapers. Now, then you get a detailed profile pictures. So I was thinking like 10 or so of like little profile pictures that you can put to just be like, oh look, I raised this much on Grandpa.
And the profile pictures as far as digitally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for like different social media pages like Twitter and Facebook and all that, you'll have exclusive profile pictures to you. And also, so I feel like the $50,000 plus is where it gets really interesting, because this is where it starts getting into like the Lord of the Rings, Tolkien,
Oh, and
style.
I saw Treebeard in your trailer.
Yes. Yeah. We'll get into that. All right. So here you have the the digital.
So that's where the end wives went. Sorry.
So here you have the digital map of the comic world, which is pretty awesome. I think like seeing an actual map is just cool. Like Skyrim has that, it's interesting. And then there's another, which is a short 5-page story about the Shadow Demon Razorus, because I love his character and I want to write even more about him. Then we obviously have a 10-track soundtrack, which is going to be awesome. It's going to be similar to the type of music you heard in the trailer. A lot of that mythological, biblical stuff, but it's more ambient and it's going to flow naturally so that you can read the book as you're listening to it.
I take that.
Then we're going to have, then we're going to have an expansive digital lore book, which is just going to be a thick book on the lore. And it's going to be, there's so much lore in this comic, it's ridiculous. So I want an actual, if we can raise enough, I'd like to make a expansive book that, tells people all the lore and stuff like that. Then I want to do a fully voice acted audiobook, which would be so sick, because if you could have a voice actor for each character, obviously that just will immerse you and people could just watch it happen. Like I could even do like a YouTube video where it goes through the pages and people voice act it. So that's what I was thinking.
Well, those are dramatic radios or dramatized radio stories.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get like sound effects and stuff too.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then at the $100,000 goal, I wanted to do a digital short story about the battles between God and the devil. So the devil has a falling out with God, like he was casted away by God. So he has jealousy, and we can deal with him being cast away in the devil's point of view, and then the battles that resulted because of that. So that would be a really cool one to reach. And then the last one, this might kill me, but it's worth it, because if we reach that much, it's worth it. So I will eat the world's hottest pepper while
if y'all give me $1 million, I'll eat all the hot peppers on the planet.
exactly. While I read
this book.
I think that it is funny that Jeremy asked about radio.
I know. I was thinking the same thing, Noah. We're on the same. I know.
Yeah, that's great.
That was good.
It's also great that he calls you Auntie-M, because it's also an old-fashioned thing to say. It's all going full circle today.
We call him Auntie-M because his little moniker is NTM, so it sounds like Wizard of Oz. Auntie-M.
Yes.
So,
that's how we imagine him running away from a tornado. It's cool that you yes, they're lofty goals, but if you aim toward the sun, you're gonna get somewhere in between that and where you want to be. There's gonna be some sort of, I think you're gonna get more elevated that way. So I do not mind that you have a lofty goal, but what we'd say, we're looking forward to you reaching them, because that means everybody gets these things. That's the whole point of stretch goals.
Exactly.
So it's a win-win for all of us. So yeah, we're joined by Comics Mace. I'm glad he's here to check this out as well. So yeah, we have what are you on? Is this on the main page still, or are we in something else?
No, I was. It's on the main page. It's just underneath the stretch goals.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I haven't seen that, because maybe I didn't go below the stretch goals.
Yeah. So let's talk about this spicy page too. So this is them walking, Razorus and Davinia walking through the largest city in Arbiter. You know, it's kind of like a metropolis. It's kind of like I guess you could say Tokyo of this planet. I don't know. It's huge. It's a massive,
Okay.
it's a massive steampunk city, right? And this city, like I said before, this planet is filled with gods from various mythologies, and it's also filled with various different types of creatures and beings. And each of these creatures has an ability that was gifted by God. So it's similar to X-Men, where, you know, they're sort of born with this ability, right? They just have this ability. But the difference is they can grow this ability over time. So it's like a muscle. It starts out really weak, like it's almost like non-existent. That's how weak it starts. But then as they work on it, as they grow it, it gets stronger and stronger over time. And as you can see, that little chef guy in the bottom right, like this is how deep the lore goes. All right. I didn't even mention this, but that guy over there has super smell, and he uses his super smell to craft perfect recipes to further his, his goals in life of being a chef. So there's stuff like that, and that's going to be a huge thing in this series going on, his character goals and all that.
Nice.
Very cool. So a lot of this is taking place. This is taking place on Arbiter, or most of the story? Okay.
Well, no, most of the story doesn't take place on Arbiter, but this is a section where it is on Arbiter.
Okay. Yeah, that was my question. I was like, it's kind of even for my book, Star Circuit, like I don't really tell you where the story's taking place, and I leave that mystery a little bit on purpose up to the reader. But yeah, this is why it brings it up, because like if you don't really tell them, you don't really have to know. But yeah, specifically, it's cool that it's on another planet at some point.
Even the legend of the black cat, and it's got powers too, is here.
Nice.
Yep, damn right.
And that I see.
Oh, look, is that a poster of Green Day? Is that Billy Joel?
Where do you see that? I don't know.
Right behind the
that's
yeah, it kind of does look like Green Day.
No, there's supposed to be shops on the street corners and stuff. That ain't Billy Joel.
Dude, that's like Wake Me Up When September Ends, dude.
You guys are gonna get Billy Joel to come after me. He's gonna like sing.
Yeah, is that Billy Joel on the side?
Hey, any press, good press, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, you want to hit that pepper mark?
We're
gonna get you there. Billy's gonna get you there, dude.
And then he'll take it just as fast.
Yeah. So here's a little. I know I brought up the book Save the Cat, and this we're gonna transition to something here, and just as like as an aside that we do with all the other. I don't know. Have you watched our show before?
I haven't too much. I've watched a couple, but
cool.
Yeah.
So I bring this up sometimes, and sometimes even in physical form, like I'm about to do, but or actually bring it up on screen. But we do a thing where I'm asking most of the guests if they have any good resources, because I'm building an index, what I call the Ultimate Art Guide, and it's pretty much a compendium. I have it written here, a compendium of all the resources, all the best references for people. I wanted to see if you have any. Do you have anything that you could possibly contribute? On here, we've got a bunch of art books, but for writers, you guys can give books about writing if you want. Maybe just reference books, stuff that you reference to write your book, things like that, or just YouTube videos, the YouTube channels about writing or that sort of thing.
Yeah. So
if anything comes to mind, yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, a huge contributor to my writing skill, I would say, is Brandon Sanderson. Like, if you watch his lectures, I feel like everyone knows about him. If you watch his lectures, you will learn a lot. It's crazy that he, like, just posts that on YouTube, to be honest.
I like a lot of the stuff he covers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be, I'm going to put in here tentatively, because I probably will find it, but I want to make sure, like, I know I've watched a couple of his videos, and they are good. I just want to make sure I get the right links later on. So Brandon Sanderson, is it with an E-N? I don't know.
I think it's O-N.
Owen?
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Okay. This will remind me to go in there and put in the because it's not really a tutorial. It's like, some sort of, what would we call it?
Yeah, it's like a lecture.
A lecture, yeah. That's what. Look at that, dude. You want to help me, man? Write this thing up, dude. I need a collaborator. So we'll just call it lectures. And first up is Brandon Sanders, and I'll put the link in there for you guys later. But yeah, that's a perfect addition. That's what I'm looking for. You've paid the toll for the Art Bros. The Art Bros pay the toll to the trolls.
Oh yeah.
Where's NTM when you need him? Where's the trolls at? Just jealous I can run without pulling my back out.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
It's too good. So yeah, we're gonna close out the art guide. But yeah, thank you for contributing. Do you have any other random ones that you might besides Sanderson?
I guess. Oh wait, go ahead. My bad.
No, I just go all over the place. To be honest, it's crazy. I just, I go everywhere on YouTube. I go everywhere on the internet because there's pretty much everything, and there can be bad advice. You just have to know to look out for it. But I just look everywhere and absorb as much information as I can, just like I do with martial arts. That's exactly what I did. I absorbed as much information as I could, and then right after, I did that exact act. People can watch theory videos all day on how to do stuff, and they can act like they know stuff. But if you don't actually do it, then you don't know anything. Right. I'll be real with you. It's the same with martial arts. You could watch all the UFC in the world, but you're going to go in sparring and you're going to get destroyed. So
indeed,
that's just how it is. You have to gain that muscle memory. You got to learn. There's different aspects of your brain that you use when you're actually working on these things versus when you're absorbing theories and all that. And both are just as good. Theories are good tools. And then you take those tools and you actually use them. And that's exactly what I do. I always watch a video before I write. I go, boom. I go and I write. And I try to write at least, 5 to 10 pages a day.
Well, that's quite a bit. That's
good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a fun time. But I actually do enjoy it. As challenging as it is, I do enjoy doing it a lot. So
heck yeah. I was trying so hard to, because I'm definitely more. I started as an artist and I kind of developed into a writer artist, and for many countless days and months and years that just trying to get it right and study and try to get a good story. I can feel you, and I think that's great advice from a 21-year-old. Everyone, you got it right here in Art Bros. What do you swinging back to Jeremy? What were you going to say before, Jim?
I was going to ask, since no one else has, why is the title Grandpa, and is that something that we're going to find out when we read the book?
So it's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's not. So there's two reasons why. One is a spoiler, and one's very subtle. But I think people will be able to pick it up pretty easily once it happens. So I'm not going to say that one. But number two is pretty simple. So a character is going to show up in a way. And I don't want to spoil how he shows up. But the character is going to show up in this comic. And he, over time, he will have lived throughout time. And people will give him the nickname Grandpa. That's the simple reason it's called that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to play off this because you're into martial arts real heavily, and Joe's been into it, and I've been out of it for a very long time. But Noah's making the jokes. We got a book named Grandpa. I use my mind, Noah. A lot of combat. All right. So my most recent incident where I ever had anything, it had been 10 years before school fights. There was a drunk fight going on where a baby was inside a car freaking out. Mom's there. Dude's getting pummeled by some drunk guy. They're in a fight. And I just hear baby crying. So I run over. I've broken up fights before. I'm 6'4". I'm not too worried about it. Except you don't think people have a gun or a knife or something like that. It was a stupid move. But this drunk guy is all ready to go, hunched over, ready to spear me, and he's hot-headed. And I got into my stance all kind of confidently, and then he started getting really more boisterous. So that's when it clicked with me. It's it's all posturing. So I just squared up shoulders and put my arms like this. I said, "No, I don't want to fight you, dude. Just get the hell out of here." And it
de-escalation.
It de-escalated the whole thing. So yeah, I might have thrown my back out, Noah. Because I am old. I have to use my head more than my fists.
My hips. Yeah.
You always should.
My hips. Got to throw my hips out.
My hips out, dude. They do the hips. That's where all the power comes from, so we know about it.
It does. It's true.
Yeah. So I had to put up the Colonel story alert. I need to come up with
I tried to do them quick, though, at least as long as they're under a minute.
No, that's perfect.
Fine.
I just need to come up. I need to like get an image, and I know. I know. Yes, I need a big image for your. I don't want it to be alarming. I do want it to be more like.
Back
Funny.
in my
But-
day.
Grandpa Jeremy, at your age, you shouldn't be getting into fights. Did you at least have your cane with you, dude? Well,
Excellent.
These guys
I know.
are roasting you, dude, all day.
This is NTM, dude. This is
Yeah.
this is what he lives for. He's been trained by the best.
And Mo Biggs is usually here doing it too. So you know,
Dude, Mo has been missing out over here for a while. I don't know what it is, but NTM, go find your mentor, dude.
I think
and bring him in here.
I think it was the whole crack pack incident and me like on the fence, and then all of a sudden I lost his respect. So
I wouldn't say it's necessarily that. It could be anything. You know,
could be
Mo's a being in his own right.
easy rate.
Yes. So the goal here is you're on your first 30 days. Are you planning to do only 30 or going full 60 days?
That's the goal because, like I said, we have a short film coming soon, or potentially.
Okay.
It depends how much funding we get. Potentially a feature film. So,
Right.
I want to. We have to go to each thing, you know, because I also have a game in mind that I want to make. So it's
wow.
we have to go and just get going. You know, it's crazy.
Dude, I mean, I like I love the ambition. Jeremy's
yeah.
the game.
It's the only,
master up
is
there.
it you a game dev?
Yeah.
What type of games have you worked on?
An experimental JRPG that's on Steam right now. You could try it out called Beckon.
Nice.
You got a link there, Jerry? You want to show him?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
show
see
this
it.
thing off? We got time. We're not going anywhere.
No, we're
Sweet.
good.
Look at this. But yeah, guys, you all go into Steam. It's right there. I animated, designed, concepted, wrote everything, and my older brother Dwight programmed it. And this is his first game project within Unreal Engine. So
Beautiful.
we had a lot of fun time with it. What's he saying over there?
He said you invented
Jeremy
chess.
invented chess. You little dick.
1875. All right.
But yeah, the prototype for it is free on Steam, so if you guys want to go check it out, we also voice acted it too, so whatever. But it was a prototype just so we can get an idea out there as we crowdfunded it, like you guys are with the comic books. But games are expensive, and if you don't have a good following or fandom, then you got to bring them to that, you know. So we're still working on it. It's not gone. It's just I'm making a comic now, try to build that fandom.
Yeah, that's same here, man. That's why I'm doing the films and the comics first.
Mhm.
Then I could do the games because games are super expensive. I mean, films are too, but you can still do film at like a lower budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I mean, Jeremy's got a good path with if you want to try the when you go the game route. Like, definitely Steam is a good way to go. Kind of get greenlit that way.
Yeah, I was just happy to build a game that I've always wanted to play and then be able to animate it, like to draw the characters, design them, and then get them to life, and then behind a controller or a keyboard, and then like it. Yeah, and it's hard. It's slanted a little hard to teach you the new mechanic that I'm twisting with. But once you get it, you're unstoppable. So like, it's got a steep curve at first, but yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I mod and I'm more of a level designer at the moment.
Yep.
Because I'm working on a mod which is essentially a game within a game. Like it literally is a game. We're recreating Fallout 2.
Skyrim mods. I'm very familiar.
Oh yeah. No, that's essentially what we're doing. We're recreating Fallout 2 within Fallout 4.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Just kind of like Skywind and
yeah, but it's harder because it's converting a 2D world space to a 3D world space. It's really weird, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You're only 21. You've played Fallout 2?
Oh yes,
I know. That's an old one. Like
that's an old one. I'm very impressed.
Yeah,
I'd say that's like your best credibility of story. Fallout 2.
To be honest,
it has so much choice. I love it.
It was those isometric games that inspired. If you saw my character running around in that isometric setup, so like a total like Baldur's Gate or Planescape Torment. Yeah, those.
Dude, Fallout 2 is the reason why I didn't become a dentist, dude. I totally just like I screwed around playing Fallout 2 until all I had left was draw, and then that's it. That's why I'm here. So I want to bring up. that like mods are a cool way to go because you're like being creative, you know.
Speaking of which, I'm actually
Yeah.
working on a grandpa mod as well in Fallout 4, which I'm gonna release soon. So I guess
That's
I'm
very
gonna
cool.
try to do. I've already level designed it. I already have the armor and weapon implemented in. The only thing I'm trying to fix and implement right now is you can actually read the first 4 pages of the comic inside the game. So you'll see the magazine, you click it, and it pops up. That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out
Heck
right
yeah.
now.
When you get that working, we need a new section of video clips.
Yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
All right. But dude,
So-
guys, take it from the tweets to the streets. Get Grandpa out there.
Yes.
Do it. Come on.
Jeremy's right. So this is like, I feel like it's of all the books out there, like as far as indie books, CG books, like there's like they run down the same like lane almost. Like it's either a little bit superhero, a little bit sci-fi, but this is kind of like this. It's like fantasy meets steampunk, and so it's a cool mixture of things. I would say. Definitely check it out. I put the link in here. I think other people should put the link, or it's also in the description. I'll try to post it more time before I jump out. Before we go, I got some Star Circuit updates too. If you guys don't know, I have a cyberpunk racing book that I've been recently having troubles with, but before that, it's been awesome. Star Circuit is pretty much my creations, my debut book as a writer and artist. It's something that I've toiled over for many years, but right now it's being printed here in Florida where I live, and we're finally getting some ground. It should be out to me within this next week probably, but I'm not even going to say that because I've said that before, and it's never come true. So don't want to jinx myself. But it should be coming very soon. That's what at least the printer people say. And so check out my book. You saw the trailer earlier. It's a one hell of a ride. Check out the art. I have a variant cover by Kanan White and Stephen Furcow. It's some great stuff. And on top of that, you can get a 3D print of the bike. Help celebrate your own skills as a painter. And if you paint a great bike, we'll be doing a contest later on to see if you guys can compete to get into the next book. So this is pretty much where we're at. Star Circuit's going to be probably in your hands in September. Like I said, I don't want to guarantee anything, but that's how it goes.
Looks great, man. I love Blade Runner and stuff like that, so looks awesome.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, I'm a big fan, obviously, there, and a lot of different. It's like a mix between like my love of comics, love of anime, love of cyberpunk, and love of racing, all in one. And it's also a love of games as well, because I'm like even in my storytelling, I kind of sometimes I set it up in game like format, like where you need to like do these certain things to achieve a whole kind of cinematically and also like structurally in the plot. But anyway, it's a killer book. I've got some great reviews, early reviews on it. Some people are saying 10 out of 10, which is unheard of, but that's not really anything to brag about. However, because no one's read it yet.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait on that. Great show, gang. Take care, everyone. Yes, James, thanks for showing up. But yeah, that's Star Circuit. Thanks for coming by, everybody. This has been Art Bros. Before we head out of here, I want to get a few last words from you, Damian. Before you go, tell us where we can find you on the web.
So if you guys want to check out New Take Media, all you got to do is search up the name New Take Media that you see right here on Twitter. We have a Facebook. It's not our most popular thing. Definitely is not. We also have a YouTube channel, which is the same thing. And if you just search that up on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you'll find us. And also, obviously, you can check out the Indiegogo page for Grandpa. And hopefully, you guys could share it. If you can't afford to back it, no problem. Just share it around. Sharing's
I would
caring.
say, click follow too, because like if you're on the fence, click the follow button. You'll get a reminder. You know how it is. Like our brains are scattered these days. I can't even remember to like go to work in the morning. So, so that's just how it goes. But yeah, it's good to have you on. That's like
Yeah, thank
'cause
you
you got
so
so
much
many
for having
things.
me. Yeah, thank you so much, man.
No worries, man. This was awesome. Awesome book, guys. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Back some
Jeremy,
books.
do you have any news before we roll out of here?
Back some books.
Nothing
Oh,
yet. I mean, actually, well, I just filmed my friend's music video, so I guess we're gonna do that soon too. Yeah, we
Nice.
do music videos as well. Like I said, pretty much everything media related. It's insane.
You hear that, guys? Anybody watching this on the replay, you guys need something done. We got a media company right here in your neck of the woods. So check it out.
Yep.
Go check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe to our channel. We're on the way up. Like this video. That helps this thing get circulated a little bit more. And yeah, just spread around on Twitter. I'm Catapano Art on Twitter. Jeremy is
Studio Zayd on Twitter, Zayd
somebody's
Studios on YouTube, because I got a show at Friday with my older brother, just back in Development Weekly stream. So I clipped together something for you, Noah, and for Art Jedi, for any upcoming artist. It's a quick little clip that's under 2 minutes. It is basically what I learned from art school. So it's very fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. So that's how we'll open up the episode. But yeah, I was supposed to be done with my page 2. It might happen. It might happen. If I could push tonight and tomorrow, tonight and Friday during the day, which I doubt I will, because that's I'm turning 35 then. So
yeah, his birthday's coming up, folks. So
yeah,
wish him a happy birthday in a day or so.
I might work, I might not. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to be streaming. So yeah, I was hoping to have that thing finished, by Sunday, but I didn't.
Hell yeah.
But I got close. Anyway,
ATM.
that's it, guys.
First of all, so many great. I think I highlighted every one. I don't know which ones. Like out of all the videos you call me out on, this is probably the least. This is audacious. This is what we'll say.
It's overplayed, Noah. It's overplayed.
Overplayed, bro.
Overplayed.
Go back to drawing or whatever you do. Yeah, good stuff though, guys. It's been a great time. And again, go back, Grandpa. Go back, Star Circuit. If you haven't seen anything about Jeremy's game, go to Steam, type in Beckett, and check out the prototype. It's free. There's no reason why you should not be playing this game.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to give me more shit. So go for it.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for coming on, Damian.
Thank you, man. Thank you guys for having me.
That's
fun,
it for
man.
our pros.
All right. Did we have clips of him like kung fuing?
Oh, we didn't.
Oh no, next time, yeah, for sure. Send us some clips. We'll splice it into the show.
So as you get towards the end of your campaign, try to jump on again in the rotations and stuff like that.
Oh no, we do have a clip.
That's actually a pretty accurate representation.
That was his first fight.
Yeah, that's what happened to the other guy.
Awesome. With that being said, thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you next week.